Blessings, friends. Today we have a full moon in the eccentric, innovative, and progressive sign of Aquarius at 16 degrees with the Lionsgate portal activation. Those of you who have planets in the fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, or other planetary placements around 16 degrees in your natal chart, will likely feel the effects of this lunation the most. A full moon is when the sun and the moon oppose each other in the sky, creating a peak and or culmination point, emphasizing a need for release, surrendering, or letting go. For more reference on this lunation, we can look back 6 months ago to the Aquarius new moon to see what seeds we were planting then that are coming to a culmination point now. Aquarius rules themes of technology, humanitarian endeavors, progressive actions, large groups of people, networks, organizations, and future aspirations. We could see these themes highlighted in a full moon fashion on a global level at this time. On a positive level, this lunation can be eccentric, innovative, social, unique, intellectual, inventive, and rebellious. On a challenging level, this lunation can be cold, aloof, rebellious, unpredictable, create sudden change, be detached and distant. The traditional ruler of this lunation is Saturn, the planet of seriousness, restructuring, discipline, and responsibility, in the bold sign of Aries, conjunct the dreamy, mystical, and foggy Neptune. Mars, the planet of action and warrior-like energy, will be in its fall in Libra, while opposing Saturn and Neptune, creating a bit of a tension. This can look like a weakly driven Mars hitting Saturnian limitations and restrictions, as well as Neptunian illusion and confusion. However, we do have Mars harmoniously flowing to Uranus, the planet of creative breakthroughs, as well as Pluto, the planet of deep transformation, possibly giving some creative outlet, solution, and support through any Martian or Saturnian frustrations and limitations we may be facing at this time. We do have a kite formation happening in the sky at this time as well. Thus, on an individual level, the fallen Mars tension will be happening for us in our Libra whole sign house in our natal chart. And the tip of the kite, where we can gain momentum, focus, breakthroughs, and solutions, will be in the Aries part of our natal chart, where Saturn, the ruler of this lunation, lies. During this Lionsgate portal activation in general, we can take this time to sit in meditation and reflection with the Leo house of our natal chart. This can help us shine a bit brighter our inner light of steadfastness, integrity, bold courage, and creative embodiment, as now we're in a portal aligned with the star system Sirius and the Dog Star, enhancing angelic support, guidance, and intuitive downloads as we move into this next season of life and purpose, shedding the old to embrace the new. What area of life will this full moon be happening for you based upon your rising sign? For Aquarius rising, this full moon is happening in your first house of you. This could be an ending, culmination point, or finishing something up around yourself, your identity, physical body, outward appearance, and new endeavors. For Pisces rising, this full moon will be happening in your 12th house. This could be an ending or a culmination point, or finishing up around the hidden realms, behind-the-scenes work, spirituality, mysticism, self-undoings, bad habits, jails and hospitals, as well as retreats, ashrams, music, and the arts. For Aries rising, this full moon will be happening in your 11th house. This could be an ending, culmination point, or finishing up around friendships, large groups of people, organizations, networks, progressive ideas, as well as future hopes and wishes. For Taurus rising, this full moon will be happening in your 10th house. This could be an ending, culmination point, or finishing up around your career, status, public image, reputation, authority, leadership, notoriety, a parental figure, and achievement. For Gemini rising, this full moon will be happening in your 9th house. This could be an ending, culmination point, or finishing up around long-distance travel, higher learning, government institutions, publishing and teaching, gurus, pilgrimages, as well as philosophy and religion. For Cancer rising, this full moon will be happening in your 8th house. This could be an ending, culmination point, or finishing up around shared money, shared resources, other people's money, investments, inheritances, taxes, loans, intimacy, psychology, and deep bonds. For Leo rising, this full moon will be happening in your 7th house. This could be an ending, culmination point, or finishing up around personal relationships, business relationships, marriages, contracts, negotiations, agreements, collaborations, and legal documents. For Virgo rising, this full moon will be happening in your 6th house. This could be an ending, culmination point, or finishing up around personal health matters, work, employment, diet, exercise, daily routine, organization, as well as small pets and animals. For Libra rising, this full moon will be happening in your 5th house. This could be an ending, culmination point, or finishing up around creativity, self-expression, romance, children, hobbies, celebrations, entertainment, and small businesses. For Scorpio rising, this full moon will be happening in your 4th house. This could be an ending, culmination point, or finishing up around home and family matters, property, real estate, inner security, emotional safety, and ancestral tradition. For Sagittarius rising, this full moon will be happening in your 3rd house. This could be an ending, culmination point, or finishing up around one's communication, local community, local travel, short-form learning and writing, online content, as well as extended family and siblings. And last but not least, for Capricorn rising, this full moon will be happening in your 2nd house. This could be an ending, culmination point, or finishing up around income, how you make money, saving, earnings, spendings, personal resources, material possessions, food styles, self-worth, and values. Full moon in Aquarius, blessings to you all.